Hey everyone. So I just finished watching uh, the second episode of the new season of South Park. This episode featured Minecraft and murder, like investigative murder porn. I don't know what that is exactly. I know there's all these shows on TV now. Well, over the last few years, they've gotten more and more. More and more popular, I suppose. There's a lot more of them out there now, where it shows like people, like stories of people getting murdered by people that they love or family members or stuff like that. And I don't know, those shows were interesting for about 5 minutes, and then I just got sick of them and stopped watching those altogether. Anyways, so in this episode, they sort of make fun of parents being into those kinds of shows, and instead of say typically parents blocking content for their kids so that their kids aren't able to watch things, in this episode they have the kids blocking the murder porn um, from their parents, and as a result, their parents have to start playing Minecraft uh, to learn the code so that they can unblock their murder porn. Um, but yeah, the parents start playing Minecraft. They don't know how it works. Blah 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 blah. It's just very typical. Adults don't know how video games work, and they don't have any imagination or creativity to be able to learn how to play video games. And Minecraft really is just a secondary sort of device that they use in this episode. It's not exactly a feature. It's just funny how they sort of fit it in with this investigative murder porn scenario, I suppose. But the funniest point of the entire TV show, like this entire episode, I mean, um, the thing that they made fun of the most is the one problem that most people have because we all still rely on cable companies. Cable or satellite is still the same situation pretty much, where there's very little choice in providers in different regions, and we pretty much get screwed over because they monopolize on the fact that there is no one else to choose from, and we pretty much have to take whatever service we can get. And it's funny because uh, all the cable company workers are just sitting there and telling people, "Oh, that's too bad." Um, we know that we value your business, but sorry, there we can't do anything about it. And they sit there um, like playing with their nipples and like rubbing them and stuff, and you see that they're getting pleasure out of other people's misfortune, and it's kind of funny. But I don't know. It wasn't. If they were if these cable workers were a little bit more expressive in how much they were getting off um, to the misfortune of others, it would have been a little funnier, but I feel like it was just a little too tame. And even earlier on, when one of the kids in South Park, his mother gets murdered by his father, I feel like that scene needed to be a lot more graphic than it was. It still involved a horribly mutilated mother's body pretty much being presented to a kid, to her own kid, but it wasn't graphic enough like South Park usually is, or how it has been in the past. Like I mean, when they showed like the TV show promos. In this episode for all those investigative murder porn shows, they were kind of graphic, like people getting shot in the head, and one woman stabbing a guy right in the eye. But those just popped up and went away really fast. and even when they showed the kid's dead mother, she was sort of just a weird pile, I suppose. It just wasn't graphic enough for even South Park. Like, I mean, South Park has been pretty graphic in the past, and I hope they're just not they're not getting I guess toned down. I would not like that because again, in the past, South Park has been very graphic, and that's what's been most enjoyable about it. Seeing weird, fucked up situations happening that just would never happen in real life. Like a couple in a prison, uh, starving to death and then getting eaten by rats, and they're like half skin and flesh, half like bones sticking out. Like, you're never gonna see anything like that, but it's like in real life or like a real life scenario. But that is what South Park is known for, and I sort of felt bad that this episode wasn't quite as graphic as they've been in the past. But yeah, at this point, I'm just hoping that the next few episodes are gonna be um, better. Not to say that this episode was bad. Like, I still really liked it. It was still funny, but just even Cartman at this point, everything seems to be sort of toned down. But I hope they're ramping up to something a bit more crazy and a bit more graphic. So they're sort of taking um, a lesser tone on the graphic obscene stuff now, and they'll sort of ramp it up as the season progresses. But again, we have to wait and see what happens now. But yeah, continue watching it. Hope for the best. South Park hasn't disappointed a lot in the past, but over the recent years, it's sort of gotten a bit more expected as to what the theme of the episode is going to be. But again, we'll have to wait and see how it progresses. And that's all I have to say about tonight's episode of South Park. I will say, though, that this episode most likely is going to get posted tomorrow or on Friday, just because it seems, at least for me, Google services aren't working right now. I'm getting some error message, so I'll be posting this later on, and it's already pretty late now, so I'm not really going to bother to post this now. But yeah, just you'll see it when you'll see it. See ya.